Hello everybody, this is Ryan from Rager's Custom Flies, bringing you another pattern today. This is the glass bead disco midge. This one's a size 16. I really like this pattern when it's sunny out in the spring, the fall, especially if there's browns in the water. For some reason the browns prefer this. Usually I have this or a rainbow warrior on. It seems like the rainbows like the rainbow warrior and the browns like the disco midge. It's super simple, only uses 3 ingredients, if you even want to call a thread an ingredient. I have some nice white, this is Danville Flymaster thread, Vivis pearl tinsel in large, and just some strung peacock curl. I think this one's actually fluorescent green, but any peacock curl will work. So I'm going to get a Wholesale Fly Company model 16 in size 16 in the vise. It's a scud hook. Along with a glass bead. I believe these are size 8 odd. I buy them in bulk at Michael's and put them in little bins and just sift through what I need. So I'm going to start the thread, come back a little bit and cut off my tag end. Then I'm going to take my tinsel. I'm going to tie in my tinsel, if I can keep a hold of it, about midway. I don't really go whole body on this because it doesn't really matter, but I tie this back and come about halfway into the bend, right about center, and then I work my thread back up. When I come back up, I take my time to make sure I get a nice white underbody on this. That's pretty important with the tinsel and everything, just making sure you have that underbody so it reflects properly. Otherwise it will reflect kind of like the brown or the copper of the hook. So I like to bring it around, pull it tight, and I'm just going to take touching wraps on the way up, about halfway. I think halfway with the touching wraps makes a nice body. Some people like using the medium tinsel. I like the large because I can make better touching wraps, and I can actually pull it a little tighter without it breaking, so it conforms to the wraps a little better. So I'm going to tie that off, and I'm going to come back on it. I like to do that just so it doesn't pop off once I cut it here. I've had that problem before. And I'm going to take my peacock curl. I like to use 2 pieces for something this small. You get up towards like a size 12. I tie them with lively legs. Usually I use 3 or 4 for that, but this is 2. When I get down to like a size 20, I maybe even use 1. I'm going to get it, just turn it in my finger a couple times, and then I'm going to come around 4 or 5 times is what I like. Just creates a nice little bushy collar on it. I'm going to tie that off. Just give it a slight pull so make sure it sets down in there. I'm going to cut this off. And then I'm going to make a couple whip finishes. Usually 2. Creates a nice little white collar behind. And I'm going to pull that tight and cut off my thread. I usually don't use any head cement or anything like that. With a couple whip finishes, it usually stays pretty well on there, but this is the glass bead disco midge. Thanks for watching.